Yeah, hello YouTube. What's up? How you doing? I gotta say this. Oregairu is fucking peak. Oregairu is peak fucking shit. There are people out there who will try and say, hey, this anime this season's amazing. 10 out of 10. Okay. But if we look at Oregairu, there's so much to fucking discuss in it as well. I've seen a lot of people like take different forms and positions and whatnot against the show. But I will say this. This show has made us go talk about all the different elements of like leadership styles, motivational interviewing, cognitive distortions. It's made us go through a list and list of psychological themes. And that is what's fucking amazing. Can we also talk about like Nechan Haru now, please? That's all I gotta say, brother. Social dynamics. We're talking about power dynamics in general. We're talking about the elements of like attachments and propinquity and 1,001 things. I'm super duper excited where the show's gonna go. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna go ahead and waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it. I'm sure this show's gonna take us through a fucking journey today. Well, let's go. Damn. Is that a cardboard tank with fucking hands? That's pretty amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. If this is truly how fucking cultural festivals are, I ain't even gonna lie. This is peace was never an option. I would totally be here. Oh.
一人で来たのか？
だってお兄ちゃんに会いに来ただけだし、今の小町的にポイント高いし。ゆいさんとかゆきのさんとかは？
ゆいが浜うちの教室にいると思う。
Now this is bringing up another element of his sister. Is his sister like this for the event of like, you know, when you've seen your siblings suffer for too long, and sometimes, yeah, you can shit on them, but at the same time, you want them to succeed or not feel as lonely or whatnot. So sometimes you overcompensate in the niceness. Sometimes you try and be extra nice, extra loving, extra everything, because you truly want someone to take care of them for as much as they worry you. Even though sometimes we wear the mask of, we're going to be a little soon, but we really care about them and they really like mean something to you to try and see your sibling or your loved one take those steps, take those next steps towards success, whether that's making friends, finding a loved one, or whatever that may be. This relationship here, I'm also like, is this a way to troll him, or is this a way because of genuine care and concern? And it can come off as like extreme, like, you know, little clinginess in this one. Even though she might just be Mo, because she might literally just be like, you know, a Mo in general. It could be both. It can be many consistent things. But this relationship does bring me to question some things. Like, are we about to go into some like kiss sis route or no? Is this anime only going to stick to two main routes? Or are we about to explore all the routes?
雪の下知らん？
お兄ちゃんはなんで教室にいないの？居場所がないの？
さまよえる孤高の魂はよりどころを必要としねえんだよ。
あーかっこいい。で何してんの？
仕事。
あのお兄ちゃんが仕事？マジ嬉しいよ。けどあれ変だな。お兄ちゃんが遠くに行っちゃったみたいでちょっと複雑。
けどまあ仕事っつっても下っ端の使いっ走りみたいなやつだ。
なるなる。じゃあ小町いろいろ見てくるから。待ったねお兄ちゃん。
も
In comes in my question. How much pressure is this for Yuki? We often don't think about the amount of like, you know, when we go to an event or whatnot, we enjoy the event, but we don't think about all the planning and the like extra work that goes into that situation, if it's a success or a failure, or how one thing during the event can make the entire event go sour, right? So for example, how many of you guys have been to a Comic-Con or a convention or anything like that? How many of you have actively thought about all the things that go into making that happen? Whether it's getting the voice actors on board to come and do panels, or YouTubers or whatnot, or the like setting up, finding the venue, paying, you know, trying to go and get everyone's like receipts and, you know, badges and, you know, flow of traffic as to how people are going to go through it. It's hectic. It's a lot of pressure. Now imagine being that person in charge or one of the people in charge of it And all of a sudden, if something fails, that comes on you as well. I volunteered at festivals a few times. It's exhausting. It is. Looking at this, though, I guess my concern is this. I actually have two major concerns. That's my concerns. My first concern for Yuki is this school is not good enough for you. I'm thinking about family dynamics. This school is not good enough for you. Are you truly evolving? Are you taking steps forward? Are you growing? Are you bringing anything back? You know, are you truly going to go ahead and be the individual that we need you to be for this family? The second concern I have is family dynamics. What is it like for them? Like with her mom? What is it like with the dad? What is it like with everyone in there? And why is Haruno trying to go ahead and like consistently stepping in during this story and acting as an agent of change for everyone else around? What is going on in Yuki's life? And will this be further explained like in season 2 or season 3? Like, and this is just a genuine, like, general question. Will Yukino's, I guess, social family life be explored further? Because there's a lot in that I could definitely see affecting a teenager or a young adult in their decision-making skills and how much of an impact it can have on them. I don't know went to the same school, though, so it should be a pretty good... It can be, but here's the difference. Are you and your sibling the same person? No. But do you evolve differently than your sibling, right? And if you're taking steps towards evolving connection, becoming friendly or charismatic, growing a mask, doing whatever, all of a sudden people might be like, oh, you're learning how to go ahead and socialize or learning how to go ahead and adapt. But if you don't, are you truly growing and thriving? At what point in your life did you step out of that Hachiman phase? Or were you like, hey, you know what? Maybe it's time to go ahead and move on. Maybe you're still in it. Maybe you're still in it. That's okay, you know? But like, how many of you guys were even like, even took a baby step out of it? Maybe you guys were like 30 sagas. Yeah. Yano 6 Musistas after high school, Presmuna. Yeah. No, for some people, yeah. For some people, like during high school, it's like, you know, a you versus them mentality. For other people, it's middle school, depending on where you are, like growing and whatnot. I was Hachiman college. You just got tired. Sure. So what made you want to connect with others? Or what made you want to go ahead and start the process of change? Kind of still in it. Not as lazy though. Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad that you're able to go and recognize it. Watching the show made me start the process. And that's the beautiful aspect. And this is why I highlight anime can be a huge agent of change. Can be one of the things that actually elevates us and starts that process of self-reflection to change, right? That shows these types of relationships. It's scary without friends. Yeah. Yeah. I was adopted by extroverts, so they connected me. I mean, extroverts will definitely do that.
仕事中
見てわからないのかよ。
だから聞いたのよ。
つうかお前は
エンディングセレモニーの最終打ち合わせに行くのよ。
やばい、急がないともう席ないって。
なんだ。
行けばわかるわ。
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm just fucking done, brother. Y'all didn't tell me that she was also a fucking director, brother. Holy shit, she's hot. Holy shit, she's hot, bro. I'm fucking gushing. Oh, fuck, bro. And she can direct? Oh. God. I will say, though, that animation's a little weird. Hold on. You don't just direct by going, you know, like you actually got to keep a time signature or something, right? But it's jazz head, freestyle it. Oh, she's already fucking amazing. She just fucking skyrocketed all the way through, brother.
意外だな。お前が褒めるなんて。
そう？私はこれでも姉さんを相当高く評価しているのよ。私もああなりたいと思っていたから。
Oh yeah.
ならなくていいだろ。そのままで。
God damn. God damn, brother. What do those words of affirmation do for someone that's been cold? What do those words of affirmation do for someone that's been cold for a while? They link in. They settle in. For a lot of people, they might not necessarily they might not necessarily be like, oh my God, I acknowledge it, right? But they simmer in there and it has a deep personal impact. You sometimes don't need words to express how much something means to someone. It's that unconscious riz, it's that smooth riz, secret 8-man riz.
相模がいない？
はい、携帯電話も通じません。
参ったわね。このままだとエンディングセレモニーができない。
Have you checked the restroom? A lot of people literally will lock themselves up in a room or whatnot, especially if they're super duper anxious. If you've ever had to do public speaking and you're not comfortable public speaking, fight or flight activates, right? And if there's already the pressure of other people not necessarily seeing you as a leader and you fumble the beginning,
最悪代役を。
それは難しいと思います。最後の挨拶や総評は何とかなったとしても、優秀賞と地域賞の投票結果を知っているのは相模さんだけですから。
賞の結果ならでっち上げればいい。どうせ票数は公表しないんだし。
oh.
さすがにそれ。
Fucking Ikigaya, dude. Hachiman just straight up fucking... The votes don't count. They don't fucking... He's right, though. He's right. I mean, if they don't know the fucking vote count, you guys can make it up and then add a correction later on. It's not like it's going to be good. But at the end of the day, what does that do? I think that should only be as a last result, right? Resort in that situation. He cut down all the fluff. All the, like, the way that he cuts stuff down is... For some people, this can work. From A through Z, right? You have to go to B, C, D, E, whatever, right? Instead of going through the emotional weights of everyone, he's like, all right, we're going to cut all of that. Here's the solution. But do people always want a solution? Do people always want the most direct path? I hate to put it that way. Or do people actually want to go through, like, I hate to put it this way, but the journey of going through A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth, of taking all of those steps. The logical conclusion isn't always the best one, and I hate to put it that way, right? Because sometimes you have to remember people have emotions, and those emotions, understanding emotions is a big aspect of understanding self, and understanding that for them it would feel bad, and there would be some feelings of guilt, feelings of uneasiness, and whatnot. The weight that carries for those people compared to Hachiman, huge difference. Process versus results.
あれは。
じゃあ賞の発表だけは後日に回すか。
最悪の場合はね。でも地域賞はここで発表しないとあまり意味はないでしょうね。
どうかした？
なるほど。
もう一曲追加でやらせてくれないか？
Just keep playing
そんなことが
endlessly.
できるの？
君ともう一曲弾きながら歌える？
もう一曲？マジで？いや無理。今超テンパってるし。
頼むよ。
ありがと
Oh.
う。別にあんたのためじゃないからね。ほら、前の終わった。スタンバるよ。
マジかやっべないわ。
いくつか SNS に書き込ん
I'm kind of surprised though. I'm not gonna lie. Like something that's genuinely taking me back is considering that it looked like it was a jazz piece. I'm surprised that this like jazz song didn't last fucking 40 minutes with 8 different solos and the fucking like drummer still going at it like you know, just fucking going at it. They could have just told the jazz people to jazz. But like play Freebird. But realistically, in a situation like this, and even backstage, do be improving. Even backstage, the amount of chaos that goes through, even in theater shows, is off the charts that the audience just doesn't get to see. So talk about elevating tension, especially at an important
だから
moment.
誰か見た子がいたら連絡あると思う。
感謝するわ。
気にしないでくれ。それよりこれからステージやっても稼げて10分だ。それまでに見つけないと。
ええ。
Oh
私探して
shit.
くるよ。
闇雲に探しても見つからないぞ。実際のところ15分ちょっとで行けるところなんて一箇所だけ行ける。
引谷くん、もうあと10分時間を稼ぐことができたら見つけられる？
わからんとしか言いようがないな。
不可能とは言わないのね。それで十分だわ。
Damn, bro. There's something I want to compliment her on is this. She understands his communication style. She understands his communication style and the way that he's actually able to go ahead and go forward, right? You didn't say it's impossible. So she automatically knows, like, all right, well, at least I know you're going to do your best. Her having the ability to go ahead and throw that out there and be confident in that matter, for me, speaks volumes about her. Which also brings up my next piece. And I don't know if you guys are going to like this. Is she the better choice between her and Yui? Considering that she can communicate with him and understands his nuances a little bit more. Or is Yui the better choice because, you know, she's very forthcoming with her emotions in that regard? Who's the better choice, brother? Fuck that harem route.
姉さん手伝って。
へえ、いいよ。ゆきのちゃんが私にちゃんとお願いするなんて初めてだし、今回はそのお願い聞いてあげる。
お願い？勘違いしてもらっては困るわ。これは実行委員としての命令よ。
で、その命令に反した場合のペナルティはあるの？出店取り消しされても私にはもう関係ないし。どうする？先生に言いつけちゃう？
ペナルティはないわ。でもメリットはある。
どんな？
この私に貸しを一つ作れる。これをどう捉えるかは姉さん次第よ。
ゆきのちゃん、成長したのね。
いいえ、私。
Seems like a standard negotiation between siblings. I'm gonna be straight up. The way me and, like, you know, you talk with your brothers, oh no, that's bad. Or your siblings and whatnot. Like me and my brothers, it's like, hey, yo, you do this for me? Next time you go drinking, I'll be your DD. No more Uber. I got you. I'll drive you home. You can't make me quit. You can't make me get banned. Like, you know, you like it's always interesting to see the different communication tactics and even the strategic elements of trying to get someone to do something for you. The foot in the door technique, even the reversal that just happened there. Take a quick moment to go ahead and analyze this for a second. Her sister was like, you can't cancel my performance anymore. She was trying to go ahead and use the power over, hey, whatnot. And it's been used throughout the show so far, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm the vice, you know, chair, president, or whatever. So to perform, Haruno no longer has that limit, and she calls it out appropriately. This Haruno, I feel, is like a shit tester. I don't know how else to word it. Haruno is a shit tester in that she wants Yukino to grow and to use different tactics and to grow up in that manner. And seeing the way that she's like, even just being like, oh, okay, not giving that much pushback, but enough to see her resolve. Amazing. Amazing.
私は
Amazing.
もともとこういう人間よ。17年一緒にいて見てこなかったの？何か？
いや。ああ、まったくそうだ。雪の下雪乃ってやつはこういう人間なんだ。
どうするつもりなの？
Oh.
場をつなぐわ。
はあ、楽しいこと考えちゃうね。
Wait, wait, wait,
実は
wait.
メンバーも揃ってるしね。
Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait. Are we about to see Sensei and Haruno put on? Wait, 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 wait. Wait, wait. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Are we about to witness peak?
曲は？
前は
But does she slap? If she doesn't slap, I don't know, brother. I don't know, brother.
のとやった曲ならまだ弾けそうだ。
めぐり？はい、任せてください。あとはボーカルだね。
She slaps.
由比ヶ浜さん。あなたを頼らせてもらってもいいかしら。
その自信ないっていうか、逆に迷惑かけちゃうかも。なんだけど。そう言ってもらえるの待ってたよ。
Oh.
ありがとう。
でも私歌詞とかうろ覚えだからね。その辺期待しないでね。
正しくはうろ覚えというのよ。今の間違いで少し不安になってきたわ。
ゆきの、ちょっとひどいよ。
引ヶ谷くん。よろし
Is this everyone in his harem that's essentially playing in this band? The amount of trust and love and whatnot to actually perform together is you got to have some sort of synergy, right? You got to have some... No, calm down. You gotta have some sort of synergy to be able to go ahead and play an instrument together and be able to go ahead and like go and understand cues and whatnot. Really curious how this is gonna go, but also each one playing a different instrument. Whether the sensei playing the bass. Wait, what does Haruno play? Is Haruno a drummer? Wait. Is Haruno a drummer? Wait, I see bass, I see guitar, I see Yue with the mic. Bro, if she's a drummer, I'm about to coom everywhere, bro. I ain't even gonna lie here. Like, but I will say this. Isn't it interesting how each one, like, are there instruments that they play on purpose? Whether it's Yui with the mic trying to find her voice and trying to find like herself in that, right? Or Yukino with the electric guitar and in essence, you know, literally trying to go ahead and rock out or whatever you might want to go ahead and call it, right? Or Sensei with the bass. I'm over here like, why each instrument? Like for each individual here. I'll let it simmer.
自分の居場所を見失った人間が望むこと、それは誰かに自分の居場所を見つけ出してもらうことだ。見つけてほしいから学校内にいる。それもちゃんと目につくところだ。どこだ？時間がない。選択肢を絞んねえとな。
You have a couple of immediate options, right? Number one, people whose ego have been hurt have either immediately left the vicinity, all right, because of ego death, ego pain, whatever you want to go ahead and call it. You could go ahead and search the highest plane around, right, which is usually rooftops, as individuals often like to go ahead and go to a higher place of trying to go ahead and find themselves, understand. For some people, that might be bars in case you're out in the setting, but in a high school setting or in a setting of a university or something like that, rooftops tend to be the most popular. Restrooms as well, if people are still feeling down in the dumps. Haha, I know, big joke, right? You can also find a good aspect of self-reflection in just aimlessly walking. This is why you find individuals, like back when Walmart was open 24/7, walking through Walmart, getting their groceries at 2 or 3 a.m., you know, not really knowing what they're doing or like what they're there particularly for, but just processing the trauma and stress of their daily lives. You only have 10 minutes though, so what do you eliminate first?
Zaimokza, お前普段学校に一人でいるときどこにいる？
なんだやべからスティックに。
もう切るぞ。
待って、お願い。保健室かベランダだ。そしてもうあとは特別棟の上だ。
Well, chat, phenomenal fucking episode. Fuck, bro. See you next time. Oh, fuck. Oh. Nah, he do wizard.
エンディングセレモニーが始まるから戻れ。
もう始まってるんじゃないの？
ああ、本来ならな。でもどうにか時間を稼いでる。だから。
それって誰がやってるの？
三浦とか雪の下たちだ。
じゃあ雪の下さんがやればいいじゃん。あの人何でもできるし。
あ？そういう問題じゃねえだろ。お前の持ってる集計
Sorry, I
結
heard
果
my
の
dog
発
go
表とか
bark.
いろいろあんだよ。
じゃあ集計結果だけ持ってけばいいでしょ？
So why do you think this happens? Like, legitimately breaking this down. Why do you think she's acting this way? She's hurt. She's hurt. Like, legitimate. I hate to put it this way. She's a teenager, right? Yes, is she being a little like out there and whatnot, but like self-confidence break. Yeah. Feels unneeded and unwanted. Absolutely. But that complex of not working, right? Not necessarily putting in anything and then expecting all the results and everything to come your way is a little difficult to go ahead and curtail. And now all of a sudden, you know, the event is coming and it's like you made a fool of yourself the first time. People's eyes are on you in this regard. This might be controversial for some people out there. People deserve to fail. 100%. We all deserve to fail at some point in our life because it makes us better, because it makes us stronger, because it makes us go ahead and take that in to be able to grow. There are people out there who want to coddle other individuals and be like, no, don't fail. It's okay. But like, because people legitimately are afraid of failure. People legitimately, even in the mental health community, there are people out there who will try and push the ideology that like, you can never fail. You should always try and go ahead and like, those aren't failures. They're just you, whatever. It's like, no, that you can fail. You can relapse. You can go through everything in order for you to learn what to not make that mistake again. We go through these aspects of ups and downs and relapses and everything, right? And you often have people just teaching like false positivity in a method where sometimes false positivity is not needed. We fail to learn. And this situation is a great learning opportunity for her to take that fail and keep learning.
雪の下が受けた依頼は相模に委員長としての責務を全うさせることだ。
Absolutely,
持って
Rahab.
帰ったら雪の下雪乃のしてきたことを否定することになる。今俺がなすべきことは相模みなみを委員長としてあの場に立たせること。そして委員長としての栄光と挫折と後悔をきっちりと与えてやることだ。そのためには相模が欲しがってる言葉をそのまま聞かせてやればいい。
You gotta let her fucking vent her frustration out. If anything, challenge and break and repair is the way to go with her. Otherwise, false placities or platitudes might only go so far before it just comes off as fake. But if you're able to go ahead and challenge her, and in this situation, you might make yourself a villain. But like if you challenge her and you're like, oh wow, I guess Yukinoshita is truly a committee chair. What did you really do? Right? And have her try and justify her feelings, her emotions, whatnot. And then like be like, okay, so you've justified all of this. So what about you like taking that next step for bettering yourself? Through an actual psychological way, what we would do is motivational interviewing, right? Or trying to go ahead and do a strength-based approach, which is, at this point in time, everyone acknowledges you as, the leader, the chairwoman, the whatever, right? So, how do you want to be remembered by, right? What would inspire you to go up there and deliver this final speech so that people's memories of this festivity, which is greater than both of us, stay intact, right? So you can find different ways of using motivation or using keywords or questions to get her to go.
ただ、残念ながら俺ではそれができない。
Right. Bro, the fucking drama in this is...
はやま。
連絡取れなくて心配したよ。いろいろ聞いて回って階段登っていくのを見かけた子がいてさ。早く戻ろう。みんな待ってるから。
Oh no, brother.
そうだよ。心配してるんだから。でも今さらうちが戻っても。
Sounds good, Lena, no worries.
みんな待ってるんだから一緒に行こう。
けどみんなに迷惑かけちゃったから合わせる顔が。
大丈夫。相模さんのためにみんなも頑張ってるからさ。
Okay, okay, okay.
雪の下は
The instant good girl mask. Did you guys see it? Absolutely. Oh, yeah. What am I to do? I'm gonna go ahead and invade her Vivas. Oh, I just need a, I know some of you guys can be subby wubbies, like all of a sudden, yeah, the crush it at 8. All of a sudden that mask comes on and it's so fucking thick and heavy instead of showing what they truly feel. Yukino has done a lot of the work. Yukino has carried a majority of all this shit. And sometimes individuals like this who just mask, how healthy is that when they're adults? How healthy is she gonna be as an adult if this is her way of coping with stressors, with everything, where she might only, like, if she doesn't like you, she'll completely disparage, be mean, so on and so forth. But if she does think you're cute or likes you even a little bit, that heavy mask comes on. She wouldn't have learned anything from Hayama's intervention. I think it would be a little unhealthy as an adult. I'm not gonna lie.
雪の下のやり方を貫いた。なら、俺は俺のやり方で、正々堂々、真正面から、卑屈に最低に陰湿に。
Being the villain?
大丈夫だから戻ろう。
うち最低。
はあ。
Again?
本当に最低だな。
Yeah? Yeah.
相模、お前は結局チヤホヤされたいだけなんだ。
Not the healthiest approach. This is a confrontation. You could have used positive reinforcement to get her to do it and then have a confrontation afterwards. Question, does he hurt himself purposefully or does he do it because he thinks he's saving others? Because that way he can't be a burden to others. Does he hurt himself knowingly? It could be both. Because this is an absolute version of self-harm. And I hate to put it this way, but how many of you, if this is a version of self-harm, how many of you guys have self-harmed? I've sometimes painted myself out to be a villain for some people because it was easier to go ahead and protect those I loved. Ooh.
構ってほしくてそういうことやってんだろう。今だってそんなことないよって言ってほしいだけなんだろう。
Empathize.
そんなやつ、委員長として扱われなくて当たり前だ。
何言って。
本当は雪の下みたいになりたかったんだろう、あんな風に誰かに認められて求められて頼りにされるような人間に。だからインスタントに委員長という肩書きを貼り付けた。誰かにレッテルを貼って見下すことで自分の優位性を確認したかった。それがお前の言う成長の正体だ。みんな多分気づいてるぞ。お前のことなんてまるで理解してない。俺がわかるくらいだ。
Here's why I don't like his approach, though. Confrontations will happen at school no matter what. And this is one of the key elements that we go over, right? He doesn't have friends. Yet he's doing this, or at least he thinks he doesn't have friends or making genuine connections or whatever. Yet he's doing this, and what does this do for him? It doesn't help him at all. It hurts him. It hurts his ability to connect with others. These rumors will probably spread, and for other people as well, especially if he continues on this cycle. And if this isn't even the first time, if this is something that he's done before, guess what? That cycle is now a loop, is now a habit. Once that becomes a habit, it becomes harder to break. It becomes harder to go ahead and desensitize yourself. And for him, this might be his first option that comes to mind. Oh, I need to do it this way because this is what will work. Instead of, hey, let's explore other possibilities to try and see if this other option might work. He understands that she needs some sort of empathy. Do you think it's out of guilt for him? It might just be because it's what's worked for him in the past to get an emotion, to get someone to talk to him, to get someone to genuinely care, or get something that would get him to feel kind of good, right? The villainized version of talk, how we talk to others, defines a lot about how we talk to ourselves. However, I don't know how else to put it. Is this a confrontation that is needed right now? Or could this confrontation happen afterwards? I would have done it afterwards. I would have been like, hey, you know what? I think that you're amazing, or I think that putting yourself in a situation where you're in a lot of stress, yes, it did come down to the wire, but you're doing what you can. And at this point in time, this is the last thing you need to do as a chairwoman to prove to yourself. You can find ways to go ahead and motivate. Yes, you're out of time, but the thing is, you're not hurting yourself. And for him, it's like he's hurting himself. He's personalizing this. He's blaming. And if we're looking at it, this is the powerful aspect of the show. And this is why I fucking love it. Hold on. What is he doing? He's doing a good majority of these. The persuasion would take more time? Not necessarily. He's jumping to conclusions. He's mind reading. He's negative mental filtering. He's personalizing this. He's being able to go ahead and shift this around in a way that quite literally hurts and stings others. All you have to do, one aspect of motivational interviewing, and then if the group starts walking, how would you feel? You're with a group of friends, they come, they talk to you, they make you feel a little bit better, and they start walking. Instinctually, what do? You start walking as well. Instinctually, you try and match what the group setting is once you've been accepted in. It is better to go ahead and have a confrontation afterwards than beforehand. His method is a lot more of just, let's cut through all the emotions, let's go straight to it. I'm going to trigger you so that way you can walk out there and go do something. But is that the healthiest method? And is that the best method? Or is that just a method that just comes from him thinking it's logical to self-harm himself in order to get her to go do what needs to be done so that others don't judge him from the people that he feels is safe? Hayama was actually doing a good job, John F. Senpai. Why? Because you start moving that traction. In case you guys are wondering, what was Hayama doing? In essence, Hayama was doing what is now known as CBT. In a scale of 0 to 10, right? 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. How bad do you think you really did? Oh, I think I'm a 3, right? Hayama is just trotting her along the line to I'm absolutely horrible. Maybe I'm not that bad, whatever. Getting her to a pace where she can go out and do something. What he just did is from a 3, now you're an absolute fucking 0. He's going in reverse. And that will spread rumors. That will cause harm. But she doesn't have balls. I think you're forgetting. No. Even with time restraints, I'm going to highlight this. They're not therapists, of course, but in a therapy session, you have 54 minutes to address any major crises or issues that come present. How effective would it be to go down a negative psychology route? But she's an antagonist. She's still a person. If we're to take her down, and we're to go ahead and say, like, this is you on a bad day, would you want people to attack you, to do a negative route with you, or a positive, and then confront afterwards? What would be more effective for you? I personally don't think there's any good in this. I feel even bullies, those who don't mean well, also do it. Issues I have with this method is endorsing this method due to his intent also feels like endorsing those with negative intent, since intent can always be figured out in a conversation. True. And people change over time. They're still teenagers. They're evolving. Hachiman needs therapy. Hachiman needs genuine therapy, because this form of thinking is oof. I'm afraid of where this is going to go for him, and how this can evolve into self-hate, and how this can evolve into him literally not being able to love others, or not even being able to love himself.
あんたなんかと一緒にしないでよ。
同じだよ。最底辺の世界の住人だ。よく考え
Think about what he just said. We're the same. We're from the darkest, deepest pit in society. Think about what he just said. I'm calling you trash because I'm trash. That's all I gotta say, man. This is explaining a lot about, he said, you're literally me for real, for real. I roast you by roasting myself. There's a stretch she isn't there. She ain't there yet. But that's the main element I'm trying to go ahead and highlight, is this form of thinking, even for Hayama. Man, I would fucking have a field day with him in the office.
お前に全く興味のない俺が一番早くお前を見つけられた。つまりさ、誰も真剣にお前を探してなかったってことだろ。分かってるんじゃないのか。自分がその程度の。引
きがや、少し黙れよ。
葉山くんやめよ
What I'm afraid of now is this. Does Hachiman deserve any of the girls? People, oof. No one deserves anyone. But do you think that, like, because here's where I'm afraid of. Hachiman has this philosophy, this frame of thought. And this is how he truly views himself in whatever way, shape, or form. Do you think that he should be with any of the girls at this point in time? How he is in the here and now, do you think that he should be with any of the girls at this point in time? I don't think so. At this point in time, if you were with anyone, you want me to say my honest truth. I've worked with individuals that think like Hayaman, that have been in a relationship. And do you guys want to know what's happened? A majority, literally 85 to 90% of them. First off, it was extremely unhealthy, and second off, it was extremely manipulative. It turned to be an extremely manipulative relationship, where the individuals were like, oh yeah, I know what's best for our relationship. Where they literally, they would focus on their needs and how they could manipulate everyone else around them, even if they had to play the villain card time and time again to get their needs met, and whatever that meant for them in that regard. And they didn't love themselves in any way, shape, or form, but they would do that because for them it was easier for them to connect with others, or those that genuinely wanted to. And that's sort of what I'm saying, is that at this point in time, Hachiman needs therapy. Hachiman genuinely needs a lot. Oh, they rejected being liked by somebody else as well, but they still got people still approached them and they were like, hey, let's be in a relationship together, and they played the hard to get, and they're like, oh, I'm so confused about my emotions and how to go ahead and do certain things, and then ended up going into a relationship with some of them, with them, and then next thing you know, it kind of got a little toxic, where it was multiple people trying to vet, because he didn't know his feelings inside of that relationship, or they didn't know their feelings inside of that relationship, and then they were talking to other people who grew feelings for that relationship, and then tried to come into this relationship and mess up the relationship that they were in, and so they were trying to go ahead and control all these aspects, because he hadn't learned to heal, and his partner didn't know what a healthy relationship was. The other person that he was talking to wore a deep, heavy mask and didn't understand relationships as well, so it just turned into one giant mess of understanding self and understanding what it means to truly heal and love and care about yourself and others, and before you can truly go out there and think hey, you know what, this like dark frame of thinking is going to get me through everything. Understanding what boundaries were, what like, yeah. I don't know if it's a good thing to grab someone by the shirt for Hachiman. No, I don't know about that.
そんな人ほっといていこうね。
戻ろう。
てかあいつ誰？ひどくない？
マジで気持ち悪い。ブツブツ偉そうにさ。
あんなのと一緒にすんなっつうの。
どうしてそんなやり方しかできないんだ。
Damn, even Hachiman. Damn. I feel like Hachiman wants to connect with him and has been wanting to connect with him for a while. I feel sees through a lot of his attempts and calls it out and sees it. More so than I feel like most people might get the impression like, wow, Hachiman just, oof. But I'm looking at that and I'm like, Hachiman understands what he just tried to do and that's why he might get frustrated from it. Like, what the fuck? But also Hachiman just taking that in, bro. That's a lot to go ahead and take in. And I wonder if that ever comes out, if that ever just fucking explodes out of him. Because people that repress all these emotions in, guess what? It's got to come out at some point. Oh. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. She's a drummer. She's a fucking director. She got the bank. She got the moves. She got the game, the riz. Bro, I'm in love. It's as simple as that. Jesus, loser. Chat, you gotta the entire time, you know, you gotta fit the animation, brother. you gotta fit the animation. Only cat jams. Stage shaking, brother. Cammy! Speaking of fucking adorable, let me go ahead and take this moment to talk to y'all real quick. Let me be real for you guys real quick. You guys want to know someone that's fucking adorable and an incredible fucking individual that often doesn't get enough fucking credit? Yeah, you guys want to talk about something here that I feel needs to go in and get addressed? Huh? That's right. Get supported, nerd. Guys, Camilla Scarlett's an absolutely fucking incredible individual. Go, oh, you're making you. They're absolutely fucking incredible. Go show them that love and support. I'm on their streams all the fucking time, just lurking in the background. Incredible individual. They make fucking amazing crocheted fucking sewn items. You fucking name it. They're super duper incredible. I just can't recommend them enough. Go show that love and support. Go show that love and support, ladies and gentlemen. But I also want to talk about this a little bit. Stop. No, you have no power here. When it comes to this, though, how comfortable would you be in the last minute environment? I'm making a band right now, and you guys have 5 minutes to prepare. Ixnex, Flames, Cammy, Touch Me, and Sagas All right, guys, you guys got to go ahead and prepare a song in the next 5 minutes. Are you guys ready? How comfortable would you be in an environment like this where all of a sudden you guys have to come together, perform a song, don't matter what song it is, or no? Are you guys absolutely afraid? I'd be the stagehand. Like, where are you guys at in the social battery life, right? Hence the anime world. A mango bar. I do want to talk about this moment just for a second. Was I right? What did that do to her? You guys want me to be straight up with you? That's someone who's going to internalize this and in the future be afraid of public speaking. That's someone who it's not about humbling. This is something that sticks in your core memory whenever someone goes ahead and embarrasses you and takes you down to a lower standard instead of trying to go and elevate you up or keep you at a neutral level. This is why dark psychology is so fucking worrisome out there in the community. And I worry whenever I see individuals out there on TikTok or whatnot doing all of this fake negative psychology that is being thrown out there. When all it does is it affects people, and it affects people in a deep way, right? Will be afraid of taking charge again. She will more than likely have this internalized in not a good way. Where if she takes charge again, what if she fails? And all of a sudden, these cognitive distortions, like you're a failure like me, you're trash like me, like whatever, starts coming into her mind. And that's not okay. And if you've ever been told that, that is not okay. You're not trash. You're not garbage. You're not whatever they made you out to be. You are a person first and foremost. And we're all allowed to fuck up and make mistakes. We're all allowed to be selfish a little bit from time to time. We're all allowed to literally grieve and process things in our own way. But what is not okay is when people put you down and you internalize that. That is not okay. Oh.
引谷君マジひでえから夏休みの時もそんなんあって
まあ口が悪いところはあるからな
優しい隼人君が引谷君をかばってる昨日の敵は今日のハモだお前マジ期待しろし
See? Everyone else is just literally hurt yourself. He literally hurt himself. He would rather be trashed than be a person. He literally hurt himself and the eyes of others as well. The yellow chick needs my dude just Of course the Chuni guy gets it.
いやー、引きがやくんは最高だね。みんなから聞いちゃったよ、そのヒールっぷり。私好きだな。ゆきのちゃんにはもったいないかもね。
What did she do? Does she mean this or is this a facade? Process that for a moment. Heel play, not heroism. Ah.
ねえ、静香ちゃん。
The amount of touching that she did there. The amount of touching that she did there is insane. In case you guys don't know, in psychology, what she did there is called anchoring, an anchoring point in social psychology. What that means is notice the amount of times that she touched all around. In case you guys are ever wondering, this is what I'm talking about whenever I talk about elements of dark psychology or social psychology, why it needs to be careful in the way that we showcase this and talk about it. Whenever you touch someone, you can go ahead, in any way, shape, or form, which is why whenever you're talking, boom, you reach out. It's like, wow, you really, really are important, amazing, whatnot. They take away from the interaction, might be days later or whatnot, whatever the anchor point was. Because if we're not physical and all of a sudden I touch you and I say something, subconsciously you might anchor those points of conversation more than other points. Because all of a sudden it's a different stratagem. Her doing this to both of them, it's a different essentially paradigm of like, hey, you know what? I think you're really fucking important and blah, 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 blah. And like, hey, you know what? Whatever I might have to say. we might have an hour-long conversation, but the moments that I came close and I had this conversation, I touched you, and we were here talking about it, you might remember that a little bit more than just the basic nonsense that was happening out here. Her doing this and then relating it back to Sensei, I think was a clear call for Sensei to step in, to acknowledge, like, hey, he still has, my man still needs a lot of work. Like, yeah, wow, look at the heel play. Look at everything that you're doing. You might just be perfect. Haruna's amazing at what she does, but I feel like everything is, I don't know what classes she might have taken in uni, but she definitely knows a lot more than she lets on.
スローガン決めの時といい、相模の一件といい、
Yep, yep.
結果的に君の尽力は大きかったように思う。
You can also do some fucking horrible things.
素直に褒める気になれない。
Yeah.
引きがや、誰かを助けることは。
Motherfuckers, I better see some fucking Doritos in here. That is the fucking line to live by. That is the fucking line to live by. Saving someone isn't an excuse to hurt yourself, chat. Literally, you save yourself first. Put your oxygen mask first. Save yourself, chat. Holy shit. Sensei might have just won me back. I was Team Haruno for a good little bit there. But Sensei might have just won me back. I don't know, man. I don't know. Marry me, Sensei. That's all I gotta say is, oh.
君自身が傷ついていい理由にはならないよ。
I'll marry her.
別に傷つくってほどのもんでも。
たとえ君が痛みに慣れているのだとしてもだ。
Yeah.
君が傷つくのを見て、痛ましく思う人間もいることにそろそろ気づくべきだ。
Absolutely.
お説教は終わりだ。
And I think for Sensei, this is actually one of the most powerful things to do as an adult. And I gotta applaud the anime for approaching this. When you guys were talking about a high school anime, I wasn't expecting a fucking anime with this much depth and drama and like actual like believability. If I want to be honest with you guys, this is such a fucking peak show that I'm genuinely surprised at the depth of each character and the complexities behind them. I also want to touch on this real quick. So, Kaka, what do you think of Hayato's actions on the rooftop when he pinned Hachiman up against the wall? I think he did that because when you try to connect with someone for a lot, like he sees through Hachiman. And that's my honest opinion. Like, I feel as though, like, he has such a high EQ, like emotional intelligence, that when it comes to seeing others hurting themselves and purposely putting themselves in a bad situation to get the results that need to happen, it hurts you as well. And it sucks to see other people go through that lane too. Like that you're like, dude, that fucking sucks. Like that would fucking devastate me to be put in that situation where I'm constantly self-hurting in order to try and go ahead and like save others or appease others or be okay or make sure that others are okay. And like looking in at others doing this, right? IRL and therapy sessions and whatnot. You go, it takes months, and that's what I'm saying. Hachiman needs therapy. A lot of these characters really need therapy. But I asked this as well, and I'll ask this of your audience as well. Do you guys think that Hachiman, and I asked this earlier, at this point in time is healthy enough to be in a relationship? And I asked this of them, and most of them said no. But in the future, if he were to work on himself, if he were to work on the aspects of like learning to love self, or that he doesn't always need to self-sacrifice, or that he like, you know, before saving others, he needs to save himself. Could he? And that's sort of the evolution of growth that, like, personally, I'd want to see this story grow from. But also, I think this is why this is powerful. I know a lot of you guys were saying, like, oh, you know what? Like, season 1 is just a setup. But season 1 has been fucking amazing. No, and he knows it. But yeah, I'm here. I've heard this story 1,001 times in sessions, right? Which is people come in and they're very much open and honest about it, where they're like, I hurt myself a lot. Like, I make myself my own villain and I don't know why. I go out there and it's easier for me to hurt myself than easier for me to go ahead and call myself a normal person that can start healing. It's easier for me to go ahead and make enemies out of everyone because at least people pay attention to me that way than be alone and be lonely and be put on the side. I care about people, and I know that when I do this, I at least get someone's attention and someone cares about me, even just for an instance, even though I might not necessarily care for myself. Oof. Season 1 is the goofiest season? I don't know, man.
ようこそ校内一の
Sorry. I am unforgivable. I know.
あら
I am unforgivable and I know. I will fucking take that. I know. I'll take it, brother. I'll take it. Hey, come in. Get it close. Get it closer. Hey. Any day. Any fucking day, brother. I get an ara out of anybody. Hey, fuck yeah, brother. Fuck yeah.
校内一の嫌われ者さん。
喧嘩売ってんのか。
打ち上げはどうしたの？行かないの？
聞かなくてもわかることをいちいち聞くな。
どう？
Thanks so much for the
本
follow,
格
mate.
的に嫌われ
Appreciate
た
it.
感想は。
You guys are goats.
存在を認められるってのはいいもんだな。
驚くべきか呆れるべきか。あなたやっぱり変ね。その弱さを肯定してしまう部分、嫌いではないけれど。
Thanks so much for the
俺
follow,
も
Kaka.
嫌いじゃない
Appreciate
ん
it.
だ。むしろ大好きだね。こんな自分が。で、お前、ここで何やってんの？
進路希望表を書かないといけないのよ。文化祭の準備でなかなか書く時間が取れなかったから。あなたは何をしに来たの？
報告書まとめるんだよ。
So let's take the beginning of the arc versus the end of the arc, right? Where were we at the very beginning? They weren't talking to one another. They were literally like he was seated behind the table instead of on the side, in the way that, like, you know, cuts off communication because Yui was right next to him. He is now literally positioning himself back to where he was, from silence to conversation to bridging the gap. Really fucking amazing work. For those of you guys that have read the light novel, how is that for you guys? Does it go like even further in depth in that regard? Because for me, I'm like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful fucking writing that is just showcasing the way that they're able to go ahead and bridge this gap together. And like how, like, even positionally, they're able to go ahead and go through certain things. Camilla, no! Cammy!
似たようなことを考えるものね。
選択の幅が少ないからな。ぼっちの修練進化の結果だ。俺とお前が似てるわけじゃねえよ。そう。俺と彼女はちっとも似ていない。だからだろうか。こうして交わす言葉がいつも新鮮で心地いいと、そう感じていた。問い直して新たに導き出した答えはちゃんと結論になっている。なら俺と彼女は。
Similar?
なあ、雪の下。俺と。
ごめんなさい、それは無理。
まだ最後まで言ってねえだろ。
前に言わなかったかしら。あなたと友達になることなんてありえないわ。
そうかよ。
But is it impossible for you guys to be in a relationship? You guys don't have to be friends, but is it impossible for you to be in a relationship? Wait a minute, that is a... Dude, you did not friend zone him. You did not friend zone him. Right? He didn't get friend zoned. So we can't necessarily be like Team Yakalo, Team Yui or Team Yukino, because right now I'm jumping on the Team Yukino ship right now, bro. I don't know about you guys, but I'm jumping in the Team Yukino ship right now. You can't be my friend, but you can be my husband. The unfriend zoned, right?
そうよ。虚言は吐かないもの。
いや、別に嘘ついてもいいぞ。俺もよくついてる。知ってるものを知らないっつったって別にいいんだ。許容しないで強要する方がおかしい。
嘘ではないわ。だってあなたのことなんて知らなかったもの。
Sure.
でも今はあなたを知っている。
そうですか。
ええ、そうよ。
How messy is this gonna get? How messy is this fucking show gonna get? What the fuck is season 2? My teen romantic comedy snafu. What the fuck is season 2 gonna be, bro? The messiest. How messy is season 2 or season 3 gonna get? Like, I'm afraid. Menage a trois? Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm fucking afraid. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I'm looking at these dynamics that are being present here, and I'm like, is he gonna hurt someone? Is he gonna legitimately hurt one of them? Or is he gonna hurt both of them? I don't know. You guys know I'm team How to Know Team Sensei, but if it was between Yui and Yukino, I don't know. Let me be an eggplant on a plate.
文化祭お疲れってことでみんなで高野菜に行こ
行かない。で、その高野菜って何？
う。知らないで断ったの？高野菜っていうのはなんか打ち上げの大きいやつ的な？
お前もよく分かってないのかよ。
五感で判断するに前夜祭の逆という理解でいいのかしら。
それだ。隼人君たちが駅近のライブハウス取っててたくさん呼ぼうって。
ありがたい申し出じゃない。仲間に入れてもらえば。
Also, what's up, SB? How you
おい
doing?
さらりと俺の名前間違えるな。つうか、誰引き立てんだよ。早
Oh
く引き立
no.
て役なんざやりたくねえよ。
Is this a literal translation? And I gotta ask this because Hikige turned out to be a bad translation. Bad translation. Yeah, made up.
まあせっかくだし行こうよ。
いいよ、俺は。行っても壁際の隅っこに一人でいるだけだし。そんな奴がいて空気悪くすんのも申し訳ねえしな。
Sure.
そうね。それに高野祭は委員会主導なわけではないし、特に行く理由も見当たらないわね。
行こうよ。って二人とも何してんの？
報告書。
進路希望表。
じゃあ終わるまで待ってるね。
行くとは一言も言っていないのだけれど。
Oh no.
ひひ。
Oh no. I'm gonna throw out this scenario for you. You guys ready? Who does Hachiman vibe more with? We're gonna make up a made up scenario. Hachiman goes on a date to Universal Studios or Six Flags with Yui. How does that date go? Hachiman goes on a date, same date with Yukino. How does that date go? What date would you say would go better in a scenario like that? Who would he vibe with more at this point in time and be able to go out and have more of a genuine conversation than just, he's cute, you know? Kamachi, Yukino, and Hachiman have been flirting the entire season. You'll have more banter with Yukino. I'm just,
人生はいつだって取り返しがつかない。こんなどうしようもない一幕でさえ、いずれは失うのだ。
Yeah.
そして、失ったことをきっといつか悔やむのだろうと思いつつ。
So his and her youths continue to be around. Why does this feel like the end of a season? This feels like the end of a season in an anime, and it's so beautifully done. And I gotta admit this: I didn't expect 12 episodes of peak and 12 episodes of literal like amazing connect because it is. Episode 13 is rushed as fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm excited to see where this show goes. I don't know what else to say other than like super curious where season 2 is going to go. Who's going to be introduced into this cast? How is this going to go and keep evolving? Are we actually going to see some definitive confessions at some point in time? Whether it's Hachiman over to somebody that he cares about or others coming into Hachiman's life and doing the same. What's going to happen with the character dynamics? I have 1,001 questions in that regard as to where this is going to go and how this is going to go and continue. Oh man. Man, I need some good fucking Oregairu like figurines. I need some really, really good fucking Oregairu figurines, ladies and gentlemen. I need some fucking merch, guys. Who do you think? Who do you ship Hachiman with? Who do you think is more likely, narratively speaking? At the moment, I'm confused, Lord. I really am. I don't know who we'd end up with. I'm like, I keep flipping from Yui to Yukino to Yui to Yukino. Unless there's like a third person introduced. I don't know, dude. A third or a fourth or a fifth person introduced. I don't know. I can't definitively like push that in.
俺の体育祭 黒歴史扱いするのやめてくれる？
嫌だったわよね、クラス対抗リレー。
私あんま足速くなかったからきつかったな。よし、みんなで優勝目指して頑張ろう。なんで私呼ばれたの？
私若手だから。
ケプコンケプコン、
さきさき言うな。
左に同じ。
みんなアイデア出してこ
次回だから
Side story. Side story. Side story. Yukino Volume 6 figurine in the speak. Wait.
彼らの祭りは終わらない。
Figurine? Hey, yo. Overall, I gotta say, I'm having a fucking blast with it. I don't know what else to say other than, like, for me, animes and different shows like Frieren, Oregairu, Moshiko Tensei, ReZero tell a story, tell a fucking narrative that is just amazing. Oh, and Gushing Over Magical Girls. Tell a narrative that is just fucking amazing to take part in and literally be a part of, like, what's going on without judgment, without anything, just having fun and looking at the character dynamics and what's being presented and, like, going forward. I don't know about you guys, but for me, looking at this, I'm like, it took me back to some of my high school, middle school days and being like, oh, yeah, I remember when I had this sort of a phase. And for some of you guys, maybe you're still going through it, and that's okay, man. We all grow differently, and we all have different aspects as to how we view and perceive life, you know. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, especially when this comes out on YouTube, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Oregairu so far, Season 1. Is Season 2 better? And if it is better, by how much? If you guys were to rate Season 1 as a whole, what would you guys rate Season 1 versus Season 2? That is what I'm curious about. Let me know. Drop a comment, like, comment, share that whole ordeal. You guys already know that. Guys, I appreciate you so much. YouTube, I'll talk to you guys later.